Michael, and we just got back from 31 days of cruising to Alaska.
We had an absolutely wonderful time. We went to 5 different ports. Well, 6 if you count the different Canadian ports. But we went to Juneau.
Went to Juneau. There we spent a lot of time on our excursions doing whale watching.
We went on 3 different whale watching excursions. And the crew really does make a difference. We also went to Skagway, one of our favorite ports.
Now, Skagway we've been to before, but we love the train, and of course we did do the train again.
Of course. And we did a lot of sightseeing, including going up to the old miners' graveyard on the north side of town.
Yeah, we went up to the graveyard, and then I went on further and hiked up to where Reed Falls is located.
That is not handicap accessible.
It is not.
But Michael did have a great time, and I went as far up into the cemetery as my scooter would allow me to. We also went to Tracy Arm Fjord, and we were supposed to go up the, which one was it?
We were scheduled to do the Tracy Arm Fjord, but most of the times that we were scheduled to be there on the itinerary, the captain rerouted it to the Endicott Arm instead.
Because there were a lot of icebergs in the way of our ship, and for safety reasons, we had to avoid those.
Now, despite the ice flow that existed there, Endicott was not a disappointment at all.
In fact, Endicott is my preferred out of the 2. We did go up the Tracy Arm Fjord last year, and all 4 times this year we ended up going up the Endicott, and oh my gosh, I love it so much more.
The only difference really between the 2 is they're both 30 miles long, and I believe Tracy Arm Fjord goes to the glacier called Sawyer, and Endicott goes to what is called the Dawes Glacier. So you go to a glacier, in our opinion, you get closer to the Dawes Glacier than you do the other one. And so, like I said, the Endicott Arm was not a disappointment whatsoever.
Not at all. In fact, I like the views a lot better. We also went to Ketchikan all 4 times, and we love Ketchikan. We went on some amazing excursions. In fact, I would say my favorite.
Ketchikan is a unique village that allows you to see all kinds of fun stuff.
But what was the excursion? What was your favorite?
Oh, I would definitely say the Bering Sea fisherman's crabbing excursion.
That Bering Sea crab fisherman's excursion was amazing. So much so that we actually went on the exact same excursion twice. Yes, we paid an exorbitant amount, but it was absolutely amazing. Not only did we see everything about crabbing, but we got a very special and unexpected part of the excursion.
Yes, so the crew spotted us right away as return customers, and they were curious about that. But in the end, the captain gifted us the book that is about the ship there, and so we were very honored.
But what was so exciting about the excursion itself was we got to go to a preserve that is owned by the Eskimo Indians there, and it's a sovereign nation within the United States, and it's actually the only legal place in the United States to feed the bald eagles. And the crew didn't tell us ahead of time, but they went ahead and they bring out a big box of herring, and the herring are about that big each. And they take them and they throw them up into the sky as we're getting dive bombed by dozens of bald eagles. It was the most majestic thing I've ever seen. And I just loved it so much. It was just breathtaking to watch. And those eagles, they truly did dive bomb the ship. They were just a few feet away. It was amazing. Absolutely loved it.
Now, what was interesting was, according to the crew, that ship is the only ship that is allowed to do that. So you have the opportunity to go on this excursion and participate in that, and the eagles actually recognize the ship.
And they do come to be fed. The arrangement, as the captain explained it to us, is that they pull up and they help feed the community there by all the fish and the crabs that they pull up. They give them back to the Indians, and in exchange for the ship helping them with their providing food for their for the nation, for their, is it nation? Is that it's their sovereign nation. Yeah. For their community, they end up getting the right to go into their waters, and it's just an amazing excursion. We learned a lot about the crabbing industry, as well as they have a touching tank, so to speak, where people can experience the other sea life that is there on board. And we got to hold some crabs. That was really pretty fun too.
Now, we're talking about all this different stuff, and we will actually have videos that will be followed up afterwards. So even though we're doing this narrative, be advised that there's tons of videos that will be coming up.
I have over 1,000 pictures and video clips from this 31 days of cruising. So there will be lots of videos that we will be making. Additionally, after we left Ketchikan, after we left Ketchikan, we went to Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. And I have to say, that's not my favorite.
It is to each their own. It's a fun little spot, but
no, I'm talking. That wasn't Prince Rupert.
Oh no, we're not talking about Prince Rupert. We're talking about Victoria.
Victoria.
It's a small little place that it's
very commercialized.
Very commercialized. You have buses and so forth that will bring you to downtown, and that's great and wonderful. But it wasn't our cup of tea. We'll put it that way.
The taxi drivers there wanted $90 to take us the 5 minutes into town. And no, that was ridiculous. $90 for a 5-minute taxi ride? Absolutely not. Even if that was $90 Canadian, that's still way too much, because then you have to pay to come back as well. And just to go into a little town 5 minutes away, I wasn't spending that kind of money. I'd much rather go to Prince Rupert, British Columbia. That little city is amazing and beautiful and so friendly to people.
Now, that was our itinerary basically for the Carnival Luminosa. We did go back to back to back throughout June. And then after we were sailing out of Seattle. Afterwards, we went down to San Francisco and did a 10-day cruise out of San Francisco aboard the Carnival Legend. Now, that was the itinerary was a little bit different.
That was the one that allowed us to go to Prince Rupert instead of Victoria.
Now, Prince Rupert, we've been to before. They have the fabulous sunken gardens.
We love Prince Rupert. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's a small little community. We did make it to their little grocery store. We were going to go to their Walmart, but my cart battery was not going to make it that far. So we did look around. We did a lot of exploring. We saw a few more things than we saw the last time. We found a great place for, what were the cookies that we got? Chocolate molasses cookies.
Oh, chocolate molasses cookies, yeah. The saltwater
bakery,
I believe was what it was called. Saltwater Bakery, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and while we're mentioning bakeries, there was a place in, where was it? Juneau, that I found a little bakery and bought the most expensive single donut that I've ever bought. It was a $12 maple bacon donut. And so I'll insert a picture of Michael with that.
So yeah, the pictures, frankly speaking, she has 11,000 pictures on her phone.
Was it 1,000?
11,000.
11,000.
I saw the number. I fell out on the floor. Let me tell you.
I really did record.
And that doesn't count all the ones that I made.
Okay. Anyway, we also, backing up to Skagway, we looked around town and Michael met some of the ladies from the Red Onion Saloon. That was interesting.
On Father's Day, no less.
Yes. And I, told them, I said, do you mind if I take my husband's picture with you? And of course they didn't mind. They, with all their money sticking up out of their bosoms.
Yeah, the tourism there is awesome. The other part of that is the train, of course. But we have some video coming up on the train. So there's so much video. In fact, I'm going to do a video of the ascent up to the summit, and then one on the descent back down. And you'd think it's the same, but it's not. It's all about perspective. And the things that you think you see going up are going to be vastly different on the way down.
Additionally, in Ketchikan, we ran into a nice lady at the bling necklace, the bling shop, and she sold me my whale necklace. So shout out to Bling in Ketchikan. That was Ketchikan. Yes, I think that was Ketchikan. We also found the Christmas in Alaska store. That was pretty neat.
Love everything at Christmas, as you might imagine.
I bought, since we had gone on the crabbing expedition, I bought a crab ornament that had uniquely a Santa Claus riding the crab. So, of course, we had to get that one because, Santa Claus.
We brought home several ornaments. It was as souvenirs. It was awesome.
Yes, and shout out to our sweet little Guinevere.
Oh, yes. We actually had gone to and tracked down the coffee shop that was opened up by a former Carnival insider.
Hello, welcome to Ketchikan. My name's Sam. I am an ex-Carnival crew member myself, an ex-Carnival insider for many, 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 many years. More years than I can ever want to remember. But when it comes to cruising in Alaska, the biggest secret you need to know is there's only one spot for coffee, cookies, baked goods, breakfast, lunch in this town, and that's Island Brew Cafe. Wonderful English guy owns it, super friendly, great accent, he's good looking.
His name is Sam.
Yes, make sure you pop in.
And he is absolutely amazing. He has this great sandwich too. The Sam's Club is absolutely amazing. You need to get one. Our favorite insider, Sam.
And he opened up a shop there, and his daughter Guinevere was cute as can be, and they have a son, Arthur, and they were wonderful hosts while we were there. And Guinevere just was the wonderful hostess that she's being trained up to be.
Oh, she was just precious. Absolutely precious. And Arthur is just absolutely adorable as well. We also, while we were in, was it Ketchikan? Yes, Ketchikan.
Yeah,
I ran into
Kelly. That's where the shop was Ketchikan.
I ran into Kelly from Quacking, what was the name of Quacking? It's cold in
Cruising
Canada,
quacker.
eh? Cruising quacker. Yes. Hi, Kelly. Anyway, Kelly was just absolutely amazing, and I bought a scarf directly off of her. She had designed it and was wearing the prototype. And when I ran into her, I told her, I love your scarf. I have to have it. And I literally bought the scarf right off of her body. And no, I don't have any regrets. And no, I don't feel bad about telling her I had to have it, because yes, I absolutely had to have it. And I did not want to wait for it to get onto her website to be able to order one.
Now, we're going to have a variety of videos coming up, everything from all the funny signs that we saw throughout Alaska to, we've actually put out a video on these really, really, really unusual t-shirts that we've encountered on our cruising.
We started out running into this couple on one of our cruises, and I was like, can I take a picture of your shirts? I'll insert a quick little picture of just that shirt here.
And then there's all the different bears that we saw. Now, granted, unfortunately, they were not the real bears.
Oh, we
but
didn't need to give that away. I'll be making a video of documenting all of the bears that I saw, because it was on my bucket list to see bears in Alaska. Haven't seen any live bears in Alaska, but I took pictures of all the pictures of the bears that supposedly are in Alaska.
And there's a whole lot of other wildlife. Whales. We had a whale watching excursion that had 20 breaches.
It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Fantastic crew, fantastic experience, and the crew and the experience really does make a difference. Sometimes the excursions are worth it, and sometimes they're not. And a big part of that is the crew and their knowledge of the area. We were very disappointed with the first whale watching and wildlife quest that we went on, but the other two were just amazing.
Now, for the record, we did give away 4 of those giveaway ducks on these cruises. So 3 aboard the Luminosa and 1 aboard the Legend. That leaves just 2 more.
This little guy is still available and will be probably given away in December. And then this one will be given away in October. And yes, I did keep the Uncle Sam duck for any of you who saw the previous video. My daughter said I got to keep one. So this one is mine. And for the record, I did find its youngster brother. That's about this big. While we were at a Walmart on our trip.
Oh, another selection of pictures that we'll be having is all the totem poles that we saw in Alaska.
Yes, we saw some very unique totem poles.
That deserves a video all by itself.
And I'll insert a picture here, but if any of you know the story behind this particular totem pole, please let me know before I make my totem pole video, because, oh my goodness, I'm confused. Very, very confused by this totem. It was in Ketchikan. No. I'm sorry. It was in Juneau.
Okay.
One of the things that we'll also be showing video on are some of the funny signs that we encountered while we were in towns. We also will have coverage of different foliage, beautiful, beautiful foliage, and the eagles and waterfalls, beautiful waterfalls.
It ought to be awesome. I do have pictures of that Reed waterfall as well.
We also have, some restaurants that we want to mention. What was your favorite in Skagway?
Well, Skagway has been awesome. We've been to Woody's a couple of times, and we went again, and it was not a disappointment.
Now that's Woody's, Woadies. We also went to the Northern Lights Pizzeria, and that restaurant is unique in and of itself. It would remind you of a small little restaurant out of maybe Northern Exposure, except it not only has a pizzeria, but it serves Mexican, Chinese,
Mexican and Chinese, and pizza, and
seafood.
And probably steaks and stuff like that too.
So they have it all. And the pizza is surprisingly good. It was really, really good. I had made the mistake of eating the clam chowder off of the buffet on the ship. And that morning, or later that night, got violently ill. And so there was no way we could eat Woody's seafood the next day. So that's why we went to the Northern Lights Pizzeria. And it was recommended by our good friend Matthew, and who lives there in town. But he was not mistaken. That pizza was amazing. So
well, we hope everybody enjoyed this narration, but look for the videos that are coming up, and please subscribe and give us a like.
a subscription, subscribing really does help us out. And please refer all your friends to us as well. Well, until next time.
Until next time, bye.
Bye.